All right, y'all. This Diddy situation. I know y'all probably surprised that I'm actually talking about it, but I want to switch up, talk about some new things on this channel, and this is one of the biggest things going on right now. I mean, baby oil and all. It's not a laughing matter, but it's just ironic because, you know, back in the day when I was coming up, you know, just a country guy from Alabama, and even I heard about the rumors, whether they were from people that I knew that, you know, lived in Miami and heard things back then, or if it was just rumors on the internet. Did we believe them? You know, maybe like, but then at the same time, you know, you would watch the TV shows and you'd see things that almost validate what we were hearing in the streets. So to hear all this stuff coming out now is just like, wow. But I wanted to check this out right here. This is Dame Dash. Hopefully if you're watching this, I don't need to explain to you who that is, but this just came out like earlier today or yesterday or something. It's pretty new, so let's check out what he's saying here. Already kind of fast forward into like 2 minutes and 50 seconds, but let's go ahead and check out some of the things that's being talked about.
Sometimes I'd wonder, like, how does he get that deal? Like, I'll have a great idea, but he could always get the deal to connect him to pop culture where he could get that volume and be so embraced, you know? But I'd be like, but I'm gonna still do it my way. And I don't care, like, we've had conversations like, yo, bruh, you know, it's kind of similar ideas, but yeah, but I'm doing better than you. Maybe you do. But you don't celebrate that kind of thing no matter what, you know? And I started to think, because like every day something new comes out. So I'm wondering in his brain, like, in this very moment, would he give up everything, all the money, all the history he's made with music, all of it, just to be regular and be free? Would he erase everything? Like, was it worth it? The 30 years of rolling, you know, if he knew 30 years ago that he had 30 years to just do whatever he wanted, and be well respected and celebrated and do all these impactful things that have affected hip hop and the trajectory of hip hop. And you know, now I'm seeing that, you know, he had a lot more power than I knew. So he was affecting everything. And you know, would he be like, yo, I'll give it all up just so I could just be with my kids every day? And when I saw him at the park with his kids, I was like, yo, that's what I do every day. You know, that's what I walked away from, because the ultimate wealth, I just always wanted a family, you know? And my mom died when I was young. I lost my girl at the time, fairly young. You know, I haven't been in a functional relationship with any of my children's mothers. It's been war before they were born. And all I wanted was just a peaceful life, be able to just pick my son up from school or my child, my daughter, you know, go to all their activities, you know, take them to school, just grow with them, you know, and be with a woman that I love and be peaceful and grow together. You know, all those things was my dream.
So he said something that I want to focus on for a second. While I fast forward through this commercial, basically he was saying that, you know, he's over here trying to figure out how Diddy's getting all these deals. They're doing pretty much the same thing in the same field, and let's just say they're evenly statted. Like they both had the same attributes, abilities, but somehow Diddy's getting further. Well, he is suggesting that other things were being done for him to get ahead, and you know, that's how it is in real life. Sometimes you're you'll be depressed. You're like, oh, I'm not as good as this person. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why am I not? I'm putting in the same effort. I'm putting in more effort. I'm doing more. Why am I not getting ahead? And you're thinking it's you, when all the time it was something else, or something you couldn't see, something that was going on. Case in point, this may not even be directly related, but it is kind of in some way, right? I used to work for this warehouse company named Amazon. You may have heard of it. And when I was working there, it was basically like work for it was like temporary with the chance for full-time hire. So it was like during the Christmas season. Anyway, I'm working there, and I'm like the best worker. First in, last out, wrapping all the pallets, no headphones in, just zeroed in, focused on the job, not talking to anybody. Like I'm there to work. Do you think I got the job? No. Like after the Christmas season, I was let go. Come to find out, the people that they did hire were the people that were like joking with them, probably bringing them snacks and goodies, knew them by their first name, dapping them up, probably having cigarette breaks in the back. They were talking like the management, So it was like a game of kiss up. And I learned an important lesson at that point. It's not about, life is about relationships, man. It's about, business is relationships. It's about how people feel about you. Do they like you? It's not about how much work you can do and, I work the hardest, and then nobody really cares about that. That's what they tell you in school, but life will show you. But back to this Dame Dash.
Thing is, the only way I was able to get to that dream was to detach from all of that stuff. I would never have gotten the ultimate dream had I stayed around. So I just, I know the kind of guy that he is, and he's used to being a free-spirited individual. And then I start to reflect, like, how did you avoid all that? How did you just know to stay away? And it's just because, like, regardless of whether what he was doing was illegal or not, that will be judged in a court of law. But what we do know was he was doing some loose shit. Like, there were actual freak-off parties, and there were environments and things that were going on that I personally would never, ever, ever do, be around. And I think people know me, and hearing about these things actually happening, people would be like, now I understand why Dame really didn't get along with certain people. And then I'm thinking, this shit was really going on? Like, cause it seems like there's like the general party, and then there's the VIP party where all the elite, so the elite people have to be knowing about what's going on, and they're still there, whether they're participating or not. That's a secret. And that kind of secret, because, I heard things, but not that crazy. Not the things that have been admitted to doing, like, not pause baby oil crazy. Like, I didn't know, like, it's just something that was unfathomable to me. The fact that didn't get out, that means that's a very secret club. Whoever's holding that secret, they hold it tight to the vest. And I'm like, what other secrets? Like, what deals were made in those freak-offs? Because a lot of the deals that happen in social environments. That's why people go to the club and they hang out all day. Bankers hang out with bankers all day to get deals done. Like, I would go to Tripiani's and we'd make, $1 billion deals over a bottle of vodka. And it was all based on, that hanging out and that trust, and you would throw your man an alley-oop because y'all hung out. If you get into that secret club and you're able to hold a secret so tight to the vest, a lot of business deals are getting made there. So now I'm like, damn, I might understand why certain people had certain opportunities, certain deals, and if they weren't participating, they were there and they didn't leave and they repetitively came back. So I don't think people knew, or maybe they were or they did know, but I'll give people the benefit of doubt. Like, I don't think they thought it was illegal, but it was loose. And as far as moral compass, morally, that would not be the environment that I would want my kids around. I would want to be around. I wouldn't want to do no business in that environment. Could you imagine me going to one of those parties and walking in that room with what I'd be like, y'all know, where's the pause button? I'd be like, pause button. I'd be like, you're in here, y'all bugging. What? I didn't know. That type shit. They know that I'm not tolerant, or, I don't look the other way. I'd be getting out the way. But I might not be so silent. I might not be able to keep that secret of what I saw.
I can only imagine the level of anxiety that a lot of people in Hollywood are experiencing right now. Sleepless nights, waking up from a cold sweat, sleep. A lot of people are coming out with Diddy stories, right? People that aren't celebrities, people that had brushes with him in the past, different stories here and there on the internet. They're calling, now people are tired of hearing it. They're saying they're clout chasing. I'm not clout chasing, but if you go back, there's an old vlog that I did. Diddy once had a show called Star Maker, and I don't think it ever aired, but I actually auditioned for Star Maker. This is like early 2000s. And thank God I didn't get on this show. Because I think that I would have, had I not literally gone off key vocally, because of nerves. Because everything else I could tell that I passed the vibe check on. But yeah, I didn't get into the show at all. But I was one of the people that auditioned. And I used to think back then, when I was trying to break into the music industry, like, man, God, why can't I get in? I'm here, I'm in Atlanta, I'm trying to do my thing. This is the music mecca for what's going on right now. I got the music, I just need the connections. And looking back at it, man, I was protected. Because whether you're just not even talking about some Diddy stuff, but like sharks. A lot of people, I've met people in Atlanta here, where they signed bad contracts and were stuck, like could not do anything creative for years. People stuck in bad producing, even if you're making beats, stuck in terrible contracts, couldn't get out. I was always independent. Always have been. And back then I didn't think independent was where it should be. Now everybody's independent. It's like, what are you doing? You trying to sign a what? And so what we're seeing now is that the gatekeepers to what was success are crumbling. Whether you're talking about independent movies, Hollywood, or just independent music production wise, the music industry, it's over with, folks. Game over. This is like, look, we had the Hollywood strike, but the writers' strike, excuse me. Now we're still kind of looking at what this AI is going to do for that, because I'm not certain. I still don't think they got hired back. So something. I got to go back and research that. But I think that's still not really resolved with a lot of actors. But they weren't getting paid because the streaming was basically destroying their income. Some loophole, right? And then, so if you want to be an actor, that's over. That's kind of, shaky. I don't want to say it's over it yet because I need to do some research. But then you have the music, and I would say for quite some time now, it's almost been 10 years. It's been the thing to be independent. But it's definitely ownership time now. You got artists like La Russell, who's doing his thing, really transforming the way that we look at music. If you haven't seen La Russell on Instagram, check him out. He's on YouTube as well, but La Russell, shout out to him. It's like, for what? So I don't want to get off on a rant on that, but basically I just want to dive into this just a little bit. You guys can go and check out the rest of this. Let's talk about Diddy, Dame Dash. This is on the YouTube channel. America New Network, and it is quite interesting to get someone who is as big as Dame Dash to talk about this, because these are people he knows. And I know that also, likewise, at the beginning of my statement about people having anxiety that are in Hollywood, that were at these parties, I'm sure the ones that were not at his parties are like, whew, or the people that went to his parties but no, they did not partake in anything baby oil-ish or risque, right? This is still unfolding, folks, and I may touch on this topic back again here and there, but on this channel I like to check out various topics, so let's move on to the next. Okay,